What's going on, everybody? We got top 10 worst hit songs of 2017, part 1, which I mean is I'm gonna watch both parts. Obviously, I'm not gonna make two-parter reaction video. We got the pizza rolls, baby. I know it's a rare sighting. Okay, I don't think I've ever had pizza rolls on video before. It's a new thing. I'm trying it out. Let's see if you guys like it. Guys, please go subscribe to my main channel. I do just reactions, just main reactions on there. I do music video reactions, do song reactions, sometimes album reactions. And yeah, man, I think you guys would enjoy it. So yeah, please subscribe to this channel. Go subscribe to Town and Shadows. And yeah, let's get into it. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Just came out of the microwave, so it's a little hot. And we got little tiny Powerade.
We're still here. Been a crazy year, right? Really crazy.
Yeah, it has been a crazy year.
And difficult and not much fun. One of those years. So naturally, during one of the most turbulent years in recent history, American pop music...
I mean, Loki, you could really replace clips from 2017 here with clips from 2024, and you wouldn't really see much of a difference, let's be honest.
It responded to that turmoil in full force by producing some of the
NFL players take on
samiest,
Trump.
most monotonous collections of music ever. This year sucked. Well, you know what?
I don't really remember.
I've covered bad years before. It's not even close to the worst.
Let's see if it did.
Pop music I've ever covered. But it is definitely the least relevant year in pop music I've ever covered. The big names fizzled
Despacito.
out, or in some cases imploded spectacularly.
Change of the Rhythm was
to be
good.
replaced by a constant string
I'm the
of
One is a
emo,
classic.
EDM, and indistinguishable mumbling
Okay,
trap
I don't know about
songs.
this one.
I've heard for years that there were algorithms that could tell you whether something would be a hit, but this is the first year I've really felt like computers were writing our popular music.
Now they actually are. Like,
Really
for real
tell me
this
that you
time.
can
Now
tell the
they
difference
actually are.
between all of this.
AI, man. AI.
Honestly, it was really hard for me to find 10 songs that even stood out enough to be worth hating. This well and truly felt like the year pop music stopped mattering.
You know, it's kind of true for me. Well, not about this year, but 2024. Like, so far this year, like, I'm going to make a worst list and a best list, 100%. That might go on the main channel or this channel. I don't know. I'm still deciding. Probably go on the main channel. But for the worst songs, like, I feel like the best list would be so easy for me. I feel like the worst list would be way harder because there's not really, like, the songs, like, the hit songs out these days, like, it's not, I don't really hate that much. It's not really hate, really. There are definitely some songs, like, I 100% know will be on the worst list, but it's not that many. It's definitely not 10. So, I mean, well, that's a good thing, I guess. I mean, or not. You could see it glass half full, glass half empty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can say that it's a good thing that the songs are too mid, that there's not enough of the worst list, but it's also kind of a bad thing because there's more mid songs. I don't know.
But it wasn't all bad. Let's focus on the good things that happened this year. Like, for example, I managed to get out one of my lists by the end of the year. Woo! We're counting down.
I'm at an all-time
Low, 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 low,
of 2017. Number 10. You know what? Wasn't a completely awful year in music news, at least not for me. Want to know why? Because I finally have a rock station.
New York's new alternative.
Yes, New York City finally has a radio station that plays alternative rock again. It's been years. You know, when I moved to New York,
How was
cultural
that not,
capital
like,
of
always the
America,
thing?
I thought it'd be so easy to stay in touch with hip new bands, but it actually got so much harder. The radio stations suck up here. It's like I took a trip to Italy and then I got served SpaghettiOs. Having the station now is so great. This is the
I mean nowadays, like, you don't really don't. I wonder if Todd still uses radio stations to find new artists. There's no way, right? I mean, like, really, TikTok can help you with that nowadays, right? And other resources probably can help you find new music,
kind
definitely.
of music I grew up on. I mean, hell, maybe it's making a comeback. It is just so gratifying to hear an actual left of the dial, non-mainstream, forward-thinking music station back in the city. Hell, I have an app for it on my phone. I mean, why don't we listen to it right now? This is a betrayal.
Lightning in the
I was
thunder.
about an alt-rock station being forward-thinking.
Bro, this is one of my favorite songs in 2017. I used to have this on repeat. I had Thunder, and I had Some Nights by Fun on repeat in 2017. I remember it very vividly. Nowadays, I don't listen to Thunder. But I don't think it's bad. It's okay. Definitely better than Believer. I think Thunder's way better than Believer, even though Believer is more remembered. I don't know if it's well remembered. I was gonna say well remembered, but then I'm like, I don't know if people look back fondly on Believer. I mean, it still gets like millions and thousands of streams, right? It's like top 20 most streamed song of all time. But yeah, Thunder's okay. It's alright. It's nothing crazy. I've never seen myself return back to it. When I think of Imagine Dragons, I don't think of Thunder. I think of maybe It's Time, Demons, like Radioactive. Not really Radioactive, actually. You know what I don't think? I don't think of Enemy. I always forget that song exists, even though it was like such a big song. That song feels very forgettable. Does anyone else feel like that? Like, I might have just put that song in your guys' brain just now, like Enemy by Imagine Dragons. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Like, have you guys ever like thought of that song since like it was like 2022 when it came out? Have you guys thought of that song since it was a hit? I guaranteed probably not. But yeah, Thunder, it's not like the most like crazy thing in their discography.
Alternative rock has been behind the times for years, but even if it's not alternative to anything anymore, it could at least try to rock. Thunder. What's thunderous about this? Look at this guy. Is he even doing anything? Is his guitar even mic'd? If I tune into a rock station and
It reminds me of fucking Maroon 5 when they had the dudes on stage with the guitars and it's a pop trap beat. Like, there are no guitars in the song. Oh my god, Maroon 5 is so funny.
someone's singing about thunder, it's
Just that, like, Maroon, kind of Imagine Dragons, but definitely Maroon 5, like, trying to, like, portray themselves as still being a band. It's such bullshit.
better sound like this. Maybe
I'm
we
still
could split
still
the
waiting
difference.
for that Maroon 5 comeback, though. Maroon 5 2024 comeback. You know, maybe that's what we're gonna get in 2025. We're gonna get Maroon 5, because I mean everybody's already dropped in 2024. So what are we gonna get in 2025? Maroon 5. Hey, that sounds good for me, man.
It's just making it worse. I've heard this called a ripoff of Royals, but this is less a Lord ripoff than a ringtone that they're trying to trick you into being a song. Imagine Dragons has somehow found an uncanny
Do people
valley
still
for
change
music.
their ringtones nowadays?
Sounds like music.
I just
There's
have like the
something
normal ass
just off
iPhone
about it.
ringtone.
What even explains their success? I don't get it. I read an article that argued that it was their mix and match approach to genre. It's kind of rock, but it's also kind of electronic. It's music for...
You know what it's made for? It's made to put on the Spotify bot-generated gym playlists. And especially Believer, but also Thunder, these are made to be played in the gym. Not like a do they play music in the LA Fitness? I don't know, but like a commercial gym. They're made to be played in a commercial gym. You know, like you have the music in the background, not too heavy, but not too soft. And that's where Imagine Dragons comes in. It works.
For everybody.
It works.
Which means it's music for nobody. What does an Imagine Dragons fan even look like? What would that say about you? I don't know. I guess it would say that you like fine consumer products. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to shop for a new Jeep Cherokee on my Microsoft Surface.
Even the music video looks lifeless.
Time.
Number 9.
Maroon 5.
What was I just talking about? Wait, that's actually crazy. What was I just talking about? Oh my goodness. What was I just talking about? No way, that's crazy.
You know, that one. It was called I don't remember the name or how it goes.
See, look at these guys in the back. They're not doing shit.
It's, hold on, I'll think of it. Had a really annoying vocal melody. Was really pointless. Was it called Naps? I think it was called Naps.
No. Goated song.
Oh no, that's not from this year. Something more recent. I think it had a guest rapper, or maybe it was like a duet with another singer. It was someone good that was completely wasted on this song and phoning it in. That's not helping, is it? What was it?
Don't wanna know, no.
It was 2016, no?
Yeah, that's it. Don't Want to Know. With Kendrick Lamar. Jeez, for the love of God, someone stop putting...
The song is goated. I don't care. If you watched my Maroon 5 tier list, this was S tier. I'm not even kidding. That's not rage bait.
Does not want to be there. Actually, hold up. I don't think this was it. It's not annoying enough. Must have been one of the other ones.
Goated.
I guess this was it. Cold with Future. Yeah. I don't know why I even try to tell Maroon 5 songs apart anymore. How long has it been since Maroon 5 sounded like they gave a shit? There's been time to make 3 Thor movies since the last time Maroon 5 was a real band. In fact, I'm fairly certain
that's true.
that Adam Levine is 100% CGI at this point. And no, this isn't
Yeah,
the song
fair
I was
point.
thinking of either. Did they release any other songs this year?
Goated song.
It was definitely this one. That one song featuring What's-Her-Face. Actually, I like SZA. She deserves a lot better than this, but Maroon 5 has a way of dragging people down to their level. I guess on one level, this isn't really any worse than any other Maroon 5 songs, which aren't even ambitious enough to be bad, but it's been year after year.
Do you think when Maroon 5 is 100% gonna try and come back? I don't think they're gonna retire just yet. But do you think like rappers are still gonna be needing to like hop on their songs for clout? Is that even still gonna be a thing anymore? Especially with the TikTok era, like with Maroon 5, like they were around a time where radio was the biggest. You know what I'm saying? That's why Beautiful Mistakes didn't do as good as a lot of the other Maroon 5 singles, because we were entering a time where we were TikTok dominated. No one's listening to the radio anymore. Everyone's streaming shit. But Maroon 5 was there at a time when people actually did listen to the radio. There's a little bit of streaming, and I mean, they might have gotten some, but they were definitely played the fuck out on the radio, right? But nowadays, streaming is probably the major key component to like all of the songs on Billboard nowadays. And like, would rappers even need to hop on a Maroon 5? Because the question is, can Maroon 5 get a hit in the TikTok era? Like, can they? Is that even possible? How would they get a hit? Unless like radio, they get really lucky with radio. But even like, I'm not sure. I'm very interested to see their next rollout, because I don't believe that they're done. I think they have one more in them, and that one more is either going to be like a throwback album, like they're going to go back to their roots, maybe. That would be pretty cool. Or they're just going to do their same shit. If they do their same shit, I'm very interested on how they're going to try to adapt to the TikTok era.
This shit with no break. I have absolutely...
Well, as I asked, like, do you, like, what rappers would, like, even, like, be on their, like, would even need to be on their songs? I guess Ice Spice could try. I can imagine Adam Levine and Ice Spice. Oh, my God. What other rappers? Like, Moneybagg Yo would probably hop on a Maroon 5 song. I can definitely see that. Maybe DaBaby. Oh, not DaBaby. No, they can't do DaBaby. DaBaby is blacklisted. I'm trying to think of some rappers. Like, Future doesn't even need to be on Maroon 5 songs anymore. Maybe Drake. I mean, Drake nowadays. Hey, man, Drake nowadays. I mean, maybe so. Maybe he doesn't need that Maroon 5. He needs to hop on a Maroon 5 song at this point.
This makes it on the list because Levine still knows just how to be catching up to get one line of melody stuck in my head. This is the sound dolphins make when they die. What lovers do. Hell, even the title sounds like a robot wrote it. Human, explain how to do what lovers do. But if you want me to be honest, here's the point where I got angry enough at this song to put it on the list.
Oh,
I went to see a movie a couple months ago,
say,
and out in the
my
theater,
baby.
among the movie posters, I saw this. This is an actual picture I took.
No
They advertised
way.
the goddamn music video, which had already been out for months at this point, like it was an actual movie.
Hey, no, I'm not even kidding. If I saw that, I would actually I would ask someone to take a picture of me with that beside me. That's fire. That's
It's
fire.
not even a good video. Especially
Yes, it
if it's
is!
Not the same thing as being good. Yeah, screw this song, which I've already said the name of it.
All the time.
Number 8. When I started doing the show, I really did not like Beyonce. I've come around on
Beyonce.
her, and I've eaten up everything she's made this decade. I even have a Tidal subscription because of her. But I'm still uneasy with the messianic cult that she has. It's like people are going out of their way to make everything she ever does the greatest thing anyone has ever done. Everyone treats her like she's so far beyond.
I mean, now she really does nothing, right? Like, she's not promoting the album, not making any videos.
Human. Oh, she can do anything.
Maybe she got tired of it. That's why she stopped doing visuals.
She can turn water into wine. She can even make the new Ed Sheeran song worth listening to.
No.
No, calm down. No one can do that. That's impossible.
I like that song.
We were just kids when we fell in love.
Love.
I've called Ed
Not
Sheeran a lot of
knowing
things in my
what
reviews, but one thing I've
it
never
was.
called him is boring. And believe me, that's always my first instinct with coffee shop folk singers like him, but he's not boring. He's very interesting. Even at his worst, he's a very unique performer. He writes intricate rhymes, compelling melodies. I hated Shape of You, but no one but Ed Sheeran would have written it. It's a weird goddamn song. But now, as we speak, as this song is currently number 1 on the Hot 100, I want to say that for the first time, I am completely fucking bored by Ed Sheeran. This is the most basic, least inspired song in his entire career.
Hey, I mean, look, man, I'm a sucker for the acoustic, corny ass heartbreak songs. Hey, I'm a John Mayer fan, so that kind of really speaks with it all. I mean, I've watched the performances that Ed Sheeran and John Mayer have done together, and the shit is so fire. Oh my god, I love John Mayer. Like, please, John Mayer, come back, please. I'm manifesting John Mayer come back, even though it's impossible. I know it's impossible someday, please. Anyway, like this song, I feel like John Mayer could have wrote it, or like probably honestly just could have made it. He could have made this shit, honestly. I was sucker for the acoustic guitar, you know, like, oh, we're gonna be together forever type songs. Like,
has absolutely none of his personality. This
it's not because I'm in a relationship. I don't even know, because I don't even relate to them. I don't relate to the songs at all. I've never been in a relationship in my entire life, and for some reason, I don't know, like, it gives me like some type of joy, a joy that I've never felt and maybe might never feel. How sad.
thing is so half-assed, it makes Thinking Out Loud look like a double LP rock opera. Now, in most circumstances, this song would have been released, charted at number 30 or something, and then disappeared like any other fourth single off an album. But like I said, Perfect is currently at number 1, and that would absolutely not have happened were it not for the fact that Beyonce decided to record a duet version and release that. Beyonce in 2017 has thoroughly outgrown the Hot 100, so I guess she felt the need to pop in and remind people that she can still have actual hit singles. But dear God, why did it have to be this?
Looking so beautiful, I don't
I don't remember them ever playing this version on the radio. I just remember the normal Ed Sheeran version.
This duet doesn't
The
make a
normal
lick
Ed
of
Sheeran
sense.
version.
For one,
Jesus.
the attempted humble sincerity of the original doesn't match well with Beyonce's overwhelming goddessness. But more importantly, it forces you to think of Ed Sheeran and Beyonce as a couple.
We were just kids when we fell in love.
We were both kids? Okay, first off, Beyonce is 10 years older than Ed Sheeran. But more importantly, persona-wise, Beyonce is a million years old and has been worshipped by primitive cultures since prehistory, whereas Ed Sheeran is a 6-year-old who still wets his pants. Comparatively, I mean. I mean, I totally get Ed Sheeran calling Beyonce perfect. Don't really understand it in reverse, though.
Maybe she thought she was singing about John Mayer. I don't know.
Number 7.
Just talk about this song.
Yeah, we're not done Imagining Dragons yet. I've disliked plenty of Imagine Dragons songs, but Jesus Christ, this is on another level. Listening to this is work. Like doing push-ups or walking 5 miles through the snow.
Maybe that's why they
I
put
have
it on
no
all
idea
the
why people
gym
embrace this
playlists.
lumbering, empty shell of a song.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head.
First things first is an opening line for people who don't know what they're going to write about.
First things first, I'm the realist.
In point. That song wasn't really about being
Fancy.
fancy.
Oh my God, it's
And this
Brat.
isn't really about being a believer. Now take Me to Church.
Oh my God, it's
I
the
also
guy with
thought
the
that song
hit
was
in
pretentious and boring,
the
but
song
at least
charts right
I
now.
understood what he was worshiping. He was worshiping ass.
Tells me worship in the bedroom.
He was moved to religion because he got some really good ass. Not something I thought deserved that ultra serious tone, but
No,
at
it does,
least
it
it's
does.
something. This though, believer of what?
Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the sail, I'm the master of my sea. Oh.
Okay, I'm supposed to, 1, make you a believer, and 2, I'm not supposed to try to convince you of anything. What do you want from me? I assume they wanted something big and epic sounding, but this doesn't sound epic to me. Everything Imagine Dragons does sounds hollow. Thunder was an attempt to remake Royals, and Believer is, I guess, trying to be Black Skinhead. But everything they do has this sickly plastic sheen to it. It's the audio equivalent of already chewed gum. You can't eat it, and it only has a trace of flavor left from what it was supposed to taste like in the first place. So, that's alternative rock in 2017. Guess it's back to Hot 97 for me. Imagine Dragons. How about imagining good music? Can we do that instead?
All time.
Number 6. Now, the traditional model pop star doesn't seem to be doing all that well in today's anti-pop climate, but there are exceptions, like those One Direction kids. They're all doing pretty well for themselves, huh?
It's kind of the opposite this year, really. Like, we really seen like a lot of different pop girls really have some pretty good success. Charlie, Chaperone, even Taylor Swift. I mean, if you even count her, she's basically just like another being. But none of the guys though. Really lately, like none of the guys have really like. Would you call Teddy Swims like a pop star? No, you wouldn't. I guess Harry, but like he hasn't released in like 2 years, so almost coming on not 5 years, 3 years at this point. Like, are there any like male pop stars? Like, I'm trying to think. Like, let me think. I guess Benson Boone, if you're like a weirdo or something. I'm not counting him. Fuck that. Yeah, no, I don't. I just have no. I can't think of anybody who's who would like the male pop star right now. Who is it? I genuinely cannot think of one. The closest thing is like Benson Boone, but I don't want to give him his flowers. So,
And they've become surprisingly distinct. I don't think we've ever seen a group split apart like this and then have each and every member diverge into such successful and wildly different solo careers.
that Baby
Never.
Rexha.
It's never happened. Okay, yeah, that one time it happened. And, yeah, none of the solo careers have been, good exactly.
I used to be in one deep, I'm a freak. People
Liam is doing obnoxious DJ Mustard crap, and, Niall's doing what sounds like a dad rock version of a sex jam, like something
Oh.
Eric Clapton would have recorded in the 80s.
I don't want to live forever.
I feel like
I don't
all
want to
of
live
them
forever.
have been left in the dust by the one who
I
got
just
out
mentioned
of the
Taylor
gate
Swift,
first.
too.
And he has such a commanding lead in terms of both success and sucking that his former bandmates will never, ever catch up.
Wait. What'd he say? I might have just misheard that.
But I feel like all of them have been left in the dust by the one who got out of the gate first. And he has such a commanding lead in terms of both success and sucking that his former bandmates will never, ever catch up.
It's crazy because now, like, Harry Styles, I'm pretty sure, like, he's in, like, the top 15, maybe even top 10. Like As It Was is literally like was top 10 like stream song ever, which is kind of crazy to think about. Now Zayn is left in the dust, really. I mean, like, I guess no, not necessarily, because I mean he's still making music, but like everybody else, I think like Liam like kind of like crashed out and like just started saying a bunch of random shit. And then the other guys, I just don't know who they are. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know what they're doing. But Zayn, when he first got out, yeah, you could definitely say like success wise he was the greatest. But now, yeah, Harry Styles just absolutely blows him out of the water. It's genuinely crazy how Harry Styles just absolutely cleared Zayn.
Zayn Malik was already the first One Directioner to have a solo hit, and now with I Don't Want to Live Forever, he becomes the first One Directioner to have 2 hits, as well as the first One Directioner to rip himself off, as this is basically just his first hit as a duet. He also becomes the first person in history to, paradoxically, look more like a 5-year-old after growing a full beard. I don't really know what to say about this. You can just recycle everything I said about Pillow Talk here. The only difference is that it has Taylor Swift on it.
All night.
Did you
Damn.
notice that Taylor Swift sounds really strange singing to Zayn about how much she wants to have sex with him? I thought at first maybe she can't do sexy, but she's proven she can. Eventually I realized it sounds weird because I can't imagine her having a conversation with another actual human being. I kind of imagine her just constantly talking to a mirror. This is basically what I think is going on in Taylor's head at all
I mean,
times.
this is what everybody thought during Reputation era, so
The only other interesting
so it's so different nowadays. Oh my god.
thing about this song is that it comes off the soundtrack of the 50 Shades sequel. And boy, this is a song that deserves to be associated with 50 Shades, alright. In fact, it's the most 50 Shades song ever because it's the worst song from that series, ducking under an already low bar set by The Weeknd.
Okay. I need to can I pause real quick? Dang, I don't want to ask on my screen. Earned It is a good song. What do you mean?
Already low bar
Earn
set
It
by
is
The
a good
Weeknd.
song. I mean, I just replayed it. Fuck. That was not intentional.
Because it's for a movie, I think it's trying to sound cinematic, by which I mean it sounds like those hilarious slowed down cover songs from movie
I know
trailers.
I be living in vain.
For the record, I love every single one of those covers. Comedy gold each and every time. So yeah, if unintentional hilarity is what Zayn and T-Swizzle were going for, no, it doesn't even achieve that.
Yeah, this song's good. I like this song. I played the fuck out of that song in 2017. We'll be right back.
All time.
Number 5.
I don't dance now, I make money move.
There were a lot of trap songs this year. And, it's not my genre. I don't really get it. But I don't put things on my worst list because I don't get them. Not getting it is a different feeling than not liking it. Or at least it is for me. But it feels like it wouldn't be honest if I didn't put at least one trap song on here. And fortunately, right at the end of the year, the chart spat out a song that even a clueless idiot like myself can tell how shit it is.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain.
This is Gucci Gang by Lil Pump.
Nowadays, bro, if you put on Gucci Gang, you will literally get jumped. Like, genuinely, like, oh my god. I don't even remember the song existing.
I don't
dude,
know a
but
thing about Lil Pump.
Now Lil Pump just goes around endorsing Trump, which,
Except he's from Miami. He
I mean, is debatably worse than what he's doing
looks
here.
like a forgotten Suicide Squad character, and he has a terrible rap name. I don't know why you would give yourself a name that's literally a synonym for small dick.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang.
I would call this song one of the most obnoxiously repetitive songs I ever heard, except for the fact that it's only a blessedly short 2 minutes long. My morning
Yeah,
pee
not short
takes longer
nowadays.
than this song fragment. But what's more important is that it's not even an original repetitive song fragment.
Versace, 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 whoa, Versace.
Oh yes, this was a banner year for Migos, who were all over everything. But they also got ripped off so hard by so many mumbling dumbasses in 2017 that they should just consider suing the year. The actual entire year. And few were as blatant about it as Lil Pump. He literally just changed which designer he was rapping about. That's all he did. He stole their flow, he stole their hook, he even stole their sound.
I really
effects.
did, actually.
I'm not even a huge fan of Migos, but they're allowed to do this. That's their thing that they came up with. And it's not like Lil Pump ups the lyricism on his one verse. Yes, count it. One single, lone, solitary verse.
None of this shit be new to me. Nope. Fuck my teacher called tutory.
What? Why
That's
would I call
fire.
that?
That's fire.
Okay, Rap Genius tells me that it's short for statutory. I guess Lil Pump is bragging that his teacher raped him and that he doesn't know how statutory is pronounced. What's the opposite of wordplay? Seriously, what distinguishes this guy from a billion other SoundCloud rappers? Is this all there is to it? I'm starting to get the feeling that trap music is so popular right now, not because people like it, but because it's so absurdly easy to make. Can anyone do this? You just say a random word?
To be honest, I think honestly now, like, the equivalent to like the SoundCloud rap era is like Rage nowadays. Like, I feel like it's just so easy to make, kind of like how this was easy to make. Well, not easy to make in quotations, but like everyone's doing it now. Like the
Word
Rage
over and
shit.
over again. Waffle iron, waffle iron, waffle iron, waffle iron. Waffle iron, waffle iron, waffle iron, waffle iron. Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Oh, it's fire. Hey Todd, maybe you should quit with the stupid
Number 4.
music criticisms and start making music, man.
Popular
You'll make
song
it.
of the year. Thanks, America.
I'm in love with the shape of you. Push and pull like a magnet do. Although my heart is
When I first reviewed this song, I think I might
I'm
have
in
given the
love with your
impression that I
body.
dislike Ed Sheeran singing about sex because he's unattractive.
This song's okay.
That's not why.
It's not bad.
The entire history of popular music has been an uninterrupted streak of ugly guys pretending to be studs. It's not that he's unattractive. I'm not even sure he is unattractive. If you go to the movies right now, apparently the hottest guys that all the girls are crazing over are a freaky looking pockmark emo douche and a goddamn fish man. And honestly, I do kind of get it for both of them. So what if Ed Sheeran looks like a life-size Cabbage Patch doll? Lots of guys have done well with a lot less than what Ed has. The problem is that he's so incapable of projecting anything but perpetual virginity.
I'm in love with the shape of you. We push and
Ed Sheeran sounds like acne. Ed Sheeran sings about sex like he'd rather be playing D&D. We've reached the point where Charlie goddamn Puth, has managed to convey more heat. It's not like the rest of the song communicates it either. The entire production of this song baffles me. What part of the song is supposed to be sexy? The
hours and
crinkly
hours
beef,
about sweet
the
and sour
monk
and how your
chanting,
family is
Ed's
doing
wispy
okay.
British accent?
now my bed sheets smell like you every day.
All I can think of when I hear this song is Ed Sheeran rubbing his face into his sheet so he can sniff his own love stank still on it. That's your hot sex jam of 2017. Jesus Christ, it's a wonder anyone got laid this year.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
And all time.
Number 3.
That song is way overhated.
Speaking
I
of
can't
bad
lie.
Sex songs.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense for that year because like that. I mean, even 2018 too. That song was so overplayed. Oh my god! Every time you turn on the radio, that song would be there. But nowadays, like looking back, it's okay. It's fine. Now this song is shit.
2017 was a great year for Walking Testicle Sam Hunt, who had a monster country hit with
Walking
Body Like a Back
Testicle.
Road. How big? Well, it was only the longest running #1 country single of all time.
It said
Of all
number
time.
one.
Eat that, Merle Haggard.
Got a girl from the south side, got braids in her hair.
Well, at the very least, unlike Ed Sheeran, I believe Sam Hunt knows what sex is. In fact, I'm fairly certain he's thinking about either tits or beer at any given moment. So why does this rank higher than Ed Sheeran? At least Sam Hunt is authoritatively stupid and gross, right? Well, I can tell you why. This is the worst song because I absolutely cannot get it out of my fucking head. It is one of the most insidious, brain-destroying choruses I've ever heard. Putting on my shoes now. God damn it! Wasting time on Facebook. Wasting time. Like, even ignoring the
Guys, a
lyrics,
better setup
this
than me.
is an annoying song.
Got hips like honey, so thick and so sweet.
The idea of anyone getting turned on by this meathead telling them their
Oh my
hips are
god,
thick and
bro!
sweet.
You know,
Just
there's at least two people who fuck to this song. At least.
Why?
at
There is
least
one positive thing I can say
two
about this
people
song, it's this. It's possibly
who
so
got laid to
successful
that song.
that Sam Hunt has decided that he can retire
Crazy.
on it and never record again.
On a highway to heaven.
It's entirely possible. That song came out 11 months ago, and Sam Hunt has yet to release a follow-up or announce a release date for his next
Nah, he has
album or
a
even
song on
title.
the charts right now, I think,
Maybe
right?
the guy's
Outskirts.
just done. Maybe he's
Maybe, I
wrapped
think.
with writer's block trying to recapture the glory of Body Like a Back Road. Hey Sam, if you're listening, here are some ideas I'm spitballing out that would match the irresistible southern charm of Body Like a Back Road. Ahem. Ass like a refrigerator. Sexy as an abandoned Walmart. I literally tried
Abandoned
to fuck a tractor
Walmarts
this
are
one time.
very sexy. Hey,
Tried to fuck a
don't count them out.
tractor,
Don't count them out.
Banged it in the backyard. God, that's gonna be in my head now.
that guy thought he was John Mayer. You are not John Mayer.
Number 2. Now, as most of you know, I am not good at predictions. I get very many things wrong. I tried to play it safe. In
You just got something
2017
wrong
and
like 5 minutes
predicting
ago,
that were
no?
Pretty much guaranteed to happen, like La La Land winning
With
Best Picture,
the Zane
Falcons
shit.
winning the Super Bowl after going 25 points ahead, a Republican winning in Alabama. Yeah, this has been a rough year for old Totstradamus. So, I'd just like to highlight the one prediction I got right from back in 2012. This is where Taylor Swift started,
He said the way
Oh,
my
no.
reaction.
and this is where she is now.
I remember when we broke up the first time.
And I can only assume this is what she'll sound like in the future.
Getting dark and it's all too quiet and I can't trust anything now.
Who called it?
Look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look what you just made me.
This was a year of many tragic deaths. We lost many dearly beloved artists in 2017. But the most tragic death this year was old Taylor Swift, who was brutally murdered by a confused psychopath who makes terrible music. I'm not always the most up-to-the-minute reviewer, but one of the real joys I had in music this year was watching the awfulness
Okay,
of this
this
song
song
break
is
the internet in real time.
Actually terrible.
And even months later, we're
Like that-
all
like,
still
look what you made me do
reeling
is
from
ge-
disaster, trying to put
Look What You Made Me Do is probably like one of the only songs like on like his verses so far that is like genuinely terrible. Like I would never put it on ever. Trying to think of like another one. I'm trying to like think of like another song that like I can't really think of one honestly. Oh, maybe Diva by Beyonce. That song was pretty fucking terrible. But
together
yeah,
how
this
the
song
most
is like
self-conscious artist of our time,
actually
was the least self-aware
bad.
song of the decade. Now, I've already detailed the years-long feud with Kanye, but I think the bigger guide to what happened can be found from a little song she released back in 2010.
And all you're ever gonna be is mean. Why you gotta be so mean?
See, this was her first anti-hater song, framed as a simple song about bullying. In it, she pretty clearly details her ambitions.
Someday I'll be living in a big old city.
And look where she was just a few years later. But
Welcome
more
to New
importantly,
York.
that song
Welcome
tells us
to
why
New
she
York.
wanted to be in a big old city.
Someday I'll be big enough so you can't hit me. And
Oh, honey. Oh, no.
I'll be
Technically nowadays, I mean, let's be honest, nowadays, like, that might be true. That probably is true. That's definitely true. I mean, like, she... Like, I'm trying to think, like, like, she hasn't really had, like, many recent controversies because, like, she really hasn't been responding to anything because it doesn't, like, bother her. Like, well, look what you made me do. Like, that song was made because she was bothered, right? But, like, nowadays, like, she doesn't even... Bro, Taylor Swift, she doesn't even do hater songs anymore. She doesn't do hater songs anymore. She really doesn't. I mean, sometimes, like, she talks about them, but it's not, like, really, like, a lot, like, a big focal point of her music anymore. Like, no one really says, oh, yeah, all Taylor Swift writes about is her haters. No, that's really not how it is anymore, really, right? And I think because, like, she's older now, I mean, obviously, mature with age, I think like she's gotten to like the point where like, yeah, nothing's really big enough to hit her, and like she could like retire now, and she would probably be fine.
Big enough so you can
The fact that Taylor thought no one was going to hurt her if she got big and famous enough, that's just a Shakespearean tragedy. No wonder she went insane.
I don't trust nobody and nobody trusts me.
This is not the first Taylor Swift song where she revels in her pop star image, but it's the first time where she doesn't seem like she's enjoying it. Taylor Swift has received a lot of abuse from a lot of people, and I've always suspected most of it was unfair, but hearing this song was the first time I really believed everything bad I've ever heard about her. Not because she's willingly playing the villain, but because she unintentionally reveals herself to be confused, defensive, and insecure, just like any actual bully. This is Taylor Swift proudly showing off her burn book and expecting us to be impressed. Yeah, no. Is there any upside? Maybe. Get the feeling we'll never see another song about her haters, because as the video shows, she hasn't really thought about anyone but Taylor Swift for a long-ass time.
What you just made me do, look what you just made me do.
Damn.
And now, before we get to number one,
Honorable
let's
mentions.
look at a few of the songs that deserve dishonorable mentions.
Or dishonorable.
I don't wanna be alive. I don't wanna be alive.
I was complaining about
My
how
mom
pop
is
music
kinda
seemed to be
homeless.
disconnected from the zeitgeist. But you know what? After 10 months of
My
this
mom
miserable year,
is kinda
the number
homeless.
for the national suicide
I've been trying to
hotline
help
was
her
one of the
out.
biggest hits in the country. Yeah, that sounds about right. I got a lot of people saying that this was their worst song of the year. But except for an amazingly misconstrued
Shuffle Wolfie.
seconds, I didn't think it was that bad.
Which kind of
As
based.
always, I'm kinder to songs with good intentions, and if it does some good, I'm not gonna complain. But oh man, did Logic find the quickest possible way to show that he didn't have a clue what he was talking about in just 4 amazing words.
Feel like my life ain't mine.
Who could relate?
Who can relate?
All my ladies with suicidal depression say hey! And all my fellas who have
Uh.
self-endangering mood disorder say ho! When I say self, you say harm.
Oh my
Sucks.
god.
Here's another song that's not necessarily the worst ever, but has a truly woeful 2 seconds. You already know what I'm talking about.
Oh, hands like sweat dripping down my dirty laundry. No.
Okay, dirty laundry usually means dirty secrets, but that doesn't make any sense, so it can only be literal here. Which means, what, he's having sex on a pile of gross smelly laundry? Or is he just hanging up his dirty boxers and it's dripping onto the floor? What does any of that have to do with slow hands?
Swalla la la. Drink.
Swalla la la.
Jason
Swalla la
Derulo
la.
Still sucking in 2017.
Shimmy,
Most of us won't
shimmy,
do
yeah,
anything
shimmy,
for as
yeah.
long as Jason Derulo has sucked.
What about us? What about us?
Pink really needs to hang it up at this point.
I didn't
Know that I was starving until I tasted you.
Haley Steinfeld got an Oscar nomination at age 14, bringing the Coen brothers' words to life. And now she does this.
Dang. At 14? What am I doing with my life?
Wow. The whole zoo. Oh, baby, you don't just give me butterflies. You've got, like, rhinos in my stomach.
It was a rolly.
You know what? I'm still not a huge fan of Ray Sremmurd, but I do at least appreciate them now. Enough that I'm offended on their behalf when some copycats
that
show
Usher?
in their style.
I just wanna rolly
With a dapper ranch, I already got some designer to hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my wrist so I look better when I dance.
Alright, that's it for that. Now, finally, the worst song of the year. Let's do this.
all time.
Number 1. Now, I know what you're asking. Wait, Look What You Made Me Do was not the worst song of the year?
Wait,
How?
yeah,
How is that
actually,
possible?
yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
it's complicated. Now, I always like to say that I rank the worst list based on what songs have the least good about them, not the most bad. But honestly, I go back and forth. Sometimes I think no taste is worse than bad taste. But this year I mostly ranked the really obnoxious songs as worse than the merely insipid or uninspired. But here's a thought. What if somehow someone managed to do both? What if someone released a song that was both unendurably irritating, yet somehow also flavorless and bland at the same time?
Dull.
Well, guys, guess what? We got something that managed this remarkable feat, and it is my #1 worst song of the year. Are you ready for it?
Oh.
First time that I saw him.
Look, say what you want about Look What You Made Me Do. At least
Really?
it provides psychological insight into Taylor Swift's deteriorating mental
Really?
state. Ready for It is just as annoying, but it's still something very different. It's Taylor awkwardly wearing her pop diva costume, attempting to be Beyonce or Rihanna, and only ending up looking out of place and destroying whatever made her interesting to begin with.
Middle of the night in my dreams.
I hate the chorus of this song. I flat hate it. Anyone could have written it. That's the flavorless part of the song. The obnoxious part is the verses, where Taylor Swift raps, and dear God, why didn't someone stop her?
But if he's a ghost, then I can be a phantom.
I can't even decide what the worst part is. Is it the lyrics?
He can be my jailer, virgin to this tailor.
Or is it the delivery?
How this is gonna go? But he act like such a man, so I see nothing better.
Why, it's like...
I wonder what Taylor Swift is gonna like. Is she gonna further the because I know Reputation is the next re-recording or whatever, Taylor's version, whatever she's gonna do. She's gonna do the same. Like, is she gonna? What is she gonna do to Look What You Made Me Do? Because that song is so shit. Like, do you really want to remake that song? What's the point of that? Like,
Iggy
like
Azalea
everybody
never
knows
wrote
that song is terrible.
Some boys are trying too hard. He don't try at all, though.
Oh, the nerve of this chick. There is definitely someone trying too hard here, and it's not any boys. I don't know what she was thinking. Like, she sold sexy before. She can do sexy. This is not that. And you know what? A lot of people said I brought this on myself because of what I said about style. I will put up with 100 Bad Bloods if it gets me just one more style. Yeah, well, here's my response. I said I'd put up with 100 Bad Bloods. Not this. No, I was not ready for it. All I can say is, I can only hope new Taylor also gets killed soon by even newer Taylor, and that even newer Taylor is more listenable than this.
Yeah.
Peace.
Just Lover era clears this.
Ready for it.
Last year I took it. Oh, but what? Big Sean reference. All right. You guys see on my tabs. Got the Billboard breakdown ready. Yeah. Good video. Good list. Not gonna lie. I mean, most of the songs I don't really hate. But definitely like Look What You Made Me Do, Gucci Gang. Those songs are pretty fucking bad. Believer, yeah, no, that's pretty shit. I can't lie to you. I would never like go out and search for that. Maroon 5, Goated. Thunder, yeah. What else is on this list? Oh yeah, Body Like It. Oh my, yeah. Maybe this year did fucking suck. What the hell? It's like pretty shit songs. But yeah, man. I guess that's it. To be honest, I kind of like Ready For It. I think it's a good song. I don't care. I don't care what anybody else says. I think that song's actually pretty good. And Endgame. Endgame is like amazing. I love Endgame. That song, that Taylor Swift song is so underrated. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yeah, man. Thank you guys for watching. Go subscribe to Todd in the Shadows. Please subscribe to my main channel, Noah Reacts. Subscribe to this channel. And thanks for watching. Kisses.